Korekara Torejidai. Let the era of the tiger begin. And welcome to the Battle Zone.
So going contest is the Comico match. Scheduled for one ball and is AWL versus AW. Introducing first, making his way from his uniform to the tiger style. He is the new Wrestling League Grand Champion, Taigama 2.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the new Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, defeating Will Ospreay for the gold at Bonanza, which you can go back and take a look at in the Season 23 playlist. It's actually the most recent upload to this channel. But there he is for so many years, over a decade. We said he's the greatest wrestler to never hold the Grand Championship. Well, those days are over, and he's going to start his reign as Grand Champion representing the company in this interpromotional 4-on-4 Atomico contest. And he's got some golden assistants as well.
Introducing next, they are the Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Champions, the out-of-American Dream of Song, Kid Canada. Here they are, G4
A golden trio for the Animated Wrestling League. Hassan in Tiger Mask 2, Season 0 Originals. Kid Canada coming in Season 2 of the Animated Wrestling League. Both been around here for more than 20 seasons. And now a far more recently arrived professional wrestler, but someone whose star is very much on the rise.
And their opponent, making his way from the tails of Sinbad, the AC, Together they are Team AWL.
Alright, this is Animated Wrestling League versus the Outsiders versus, in this case, all representatives of All Elite Wrestling will be competing against this Team AWL Dream Team. The Rock, who has been on a bit of a roll this season, undefeated in Season 23, currently at a career win-loss record of 30 wins, 25 losses. Sticking to single competition ever since losing his tag team partner, Eruption Solar, in the Boxermania match a couple of seasons ago. On the other side of things, we've got Kid Canada, 87 and 69 plus 18. The Arab American Dream, Hassan, 116 wins, 101 losses, ratio plus 15. And our special guest from Japan, the floating champion, Tiger Mask 2, coming into this match with an incredible 132 wins to 91 losses, ratio of plus 40-1. So the Rock in stellar company here, but they're up against some global stars.
And their opponent, introducing first, making his way from St. Mark's Place. He is the cold-hearted, handsome Devin. This is Hook.
Hook comes into this match with an AWL career record of 8-3. Of course, a former multi-time FTW champion, wants to regain the FTW title from the Learning Tree Chris Jericho. Less said about him, the better, quite frankly. Has been aligning himself with some of the greatest wrestlers in the world, including the wrestler Shibata Katsuyori, and of course the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And he's also got a bit of a record with the wrestlers he's going to be competing alongside tonight. Including, we've got a debut. If you saw that match card, you'll probably recognize someone you've never seen before in the AWL. Well, wrestling is a very, very strange world. I never thought we'd get this guy either.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Introducing next, representing the Conglomeration, Wrestling Street, Joya and the Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe.
Alright, Mark Briscoe with his word of the day, proliferation. And of course, wise words from Orange Cassidy to add to the statements, I guess. Whatever. Moment to get your popcorn. This is going to take a while.
And finally, making his way to the ring from somewhere far away, he is very nice, very evil, technically still very deployed, Danhausen. Together they are Team AEW.
Alright, it's only going to be a 3-match card tonight. We got this Atomicos opener, but then, one-on-one, Amy Wade back in singles action against Joya, and in the main event for the first time since October of last year, it is Aussie Open. They're going to face the former AWL World Tag Team Champions 2-on-2 in our tag team main event.
Danhausen.
Well, I got plenty of time to go here. By the way, Orange Cassidy coming into this match 5-7 in the AWL. This is Mark Briscoe's debut match, so he is 0-0. And Danhausen 8-10 for a ratio of -2, meaning that Cook is the only member of the AEW team who's on the positive side of the ledger, and there's a lot more to it than that.
Danhausen.
Hook is actually the #1 rank in the AWL Best 4, which means he is the presumptive #1 contender for the first title defense for Tiger Mask 2 and the AWL Grand Championship. And Danhausen finally getting off his ass and getting into the ring. I love the guy, but he asked for a big entrance and we were dumb enough to give him what he wanted. Do I regret it? Yeah, I do. But you know what? When Danhausen asks for something, you kind of want to give it to him. Senior official Joey Bob Ganoush, famous Bob Ganoush wrestling family, makes the bell ring out across the battle zone, and we have an immediate tag to Orange Cassidy. One very successful throw, but only one throw from the cold-hearted handsome devil before the first tag of the match. Modified GTS there, and going quickly into the sleeper hold, the world's most efficient professional wrestler. Not able to get the submission in the first 30 seconds of the match. That would be the most Orange Cassidy thing in the world to do. Just stand behind a guy, grab him until he's gone, and then, just do this. The least possible work he has to do. Got to admire it. Got about 25 people in the ring at the moment. And I believe it is actually the Grand Champion who's still legal as the Ring of Honor World Champion, with a bit of hot shot across the road from the Sussex County Chicken. Oh, Irish whip right into the official. Arm drag from Orange Cassidy. And a drop kick as well. Orange Cassidy fighting 2-on-1 here. The referee is down. Referee, I think, down on the outside of the ring, slides back in. So it's going to be a chaotic match just to start us off. And of course, tonight, main event, we have got Aussie Open. Mark Davis returning to tag team action for the first time, 2-on-2, since October of 2023. Nearly a year on the shelf. He is having his first tag team match back here in the league. And again, Orange Cassidy going for that sleeper. But everybody knows the counter to that. Just sit out of it. I don't think Orange Cassidy cares. I think he's trying to send the message, look, I'm just going to do whatever it takes the least amount of work to beat you, because that's the level of respect I have for you. Inside-outside grip on the belly-to-belly slam. Tag is made. In comes the Arab-American Dream Hassan, who picked up a victory over Black Tiger Justice at the Obonanza Supercard event, where Tiger Mask 2 won in the main event. Dragon Drop by Danhausen, also known as an X Factor to less well-read professional wrestling fans. Not the AWL fans, of course. And tag man for the first time ever, Mark Briscoe is legal in the Animated Wrestling League and immediately going for that vertical suplex. The Ring of Honor Hall of Famer, the Ring of Honor World's Champion, 13-time World's Tag Team Champions with them boys. He is one of the greatest wrestlers to come out of the Ring of Honor system, and he's still in Ring of Honor. Been tearing it up in All Elite Wrestling. He was in the debut Continental Classic Tournament. We're still waiting to find out who's going to be participating in that tournament this year. We'll probably get some more information on that after All Out. We're about a week or so away from All In, as you're seeing this. Tag made to the cold-hearted Handsome Devil. The Grand Champion wants to represent against the #1 rank in the Best 4, Axe Bomber. Some vintage puroresu there as Orange Cassidy goes down, up, down, into the arm drag. Both able to counter the power slam into the arm drag. Tags back in Danhausen. It's 3 on what looks like 3 at the moment. Hassan down on the outside as well as Orange Cassidy. And another Dragon Drop. Hassan trying to get his wits about him here. The AWL Grand Champion in trouble, obviously. This is not any kind of eliminator match, but if you were to pick up a pinfall over the AWL Grand Champion, even in an Atomicos match, spin kick connects perfectly right to the face-painted face of Danhausen, but a little bit of a distraction. Tiger Mask thinking about the next title match, the first title defense. He's going to have to face Hook, and now Fate goes to attack Hook, or deal with Hook, and Danhausen able to get him from behind. Tag made to one of the last graduates of the Dungeon 1.0, I'm told we're now calling it. Enzigiri, Shining Wizardo. So we've seen shades of the Great Muta, we've seen shades of Hogan-san Ichiban. And we're back to the cold-hearted Handsome Devil. Oh, thought we were going to get a setup for the sharpshooter, but I think Kid Canada realized he was way too close to the enemy corner at that point in the
5 minutes of the match, 15 remaining.
Quarter of the way through the 20-minute time limit now. Extend, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Uranagi! Could have gone for a cover there, chose not to. Back to Danhausen. Orange Cassidy, I think, is just taking a nap. He's getting paid one way or the other, so why the hell not? That Orange back now in the corner. All forces back where they belong. Forearm into a clothesline from the rear. As I always say, it's the shot you don't see that will knock you out more times than anywhere else. The Rock wants to come in, wants to do his bit for the team. And a receipt rear end clothesline. Up to the top rope now, and high cross body block. With 14 minutes and change, 20 count on the outside, AWL rules in effect for this Atomicos contest. Coming up next in our only singles match of the evening, another outside-inside grip with the belly-to-belly slam. Coming up our only singles match of the evening, the former AWL Joshi champion faces off against Joya, former AWL Joshi Tag Team Champion, in one-on-one match. I've been told, I don't know the contents, but Amy Wade apparently has a message she wishes to convey to the AWL audience. So we'll find out what that is next. And then, of course, the classics, House Classic, Mac Classic, Mac Classic 2. Going to be looking to face off against, for the first time in their careers, Aussie Frickin' Open of the United Empire. 1, 2, shoulder off of the canvas. Of course, Kyle Fletcher still recovering from a vicious beating by Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He suffered a couple of weeks ago. We'll see if that plays into it, not to mention any potential ring rust on the part of one Mark Davis. Coming up, backbreaker from Hassan on Danhausen. Danhausen, who has been working in professional wrestling the last year or so, believe it or not. I know he's been making appearances in Game Changer Wrestling and CGW, and I know he's been at GCW, and I know he's continued his presence here on YouTube, much bigger following than my own, obviously. So if you'd like to help me get up to some Danhausen level numbers, click subscribe. Yeah, because that'll happen, ever. Now, he has not appeared in All Elite Wrestling in many moons. Danhausen's still listed on their roster page as an AEW talent. So presumably he's still getting a paycheck from them, so good for him. Shoulder tackle. Swing and a miss with the lariat, go behind. Face first into the top turnbuckle. Tag pull, get the opportunity. Danhausen not going to let it happen. Gets a cheap shot. And I'll call it a cheap shot from Kid Canada, though I will admit. Oh, tag made to the Grand Champion. Is Danhausen going to be able to... Danhausen is going to make the tag. He allows the tags as the Grand Champion. Tagging in the most prolific international / all-Atlantic champion in the history of the world. Nice takedown arm drag by Orange Cassidy. Has pandemonium gone wild over on the All Elite Wrestling side of the ring. But he locks up Danhausen with a Paradise Lock on the wild style of a Tiger style. Not the type of move you would have expected from him a couple of years ago. But it is the wild style that brought Tiger Mask 2 finally to the peak of the mountain. And this is broken down. Orange Cassidy and Tiger Mask are your legal combatants. Oh! Backdrop driver! And a drop kick to the back. May have been aiming for the head, but didn't get there. I don't know. Needs to get him to the other corner. Cutting the ring in half now. Trying to do something to take out Hook. Hook is obviously the one that Tiger Mask 2 is obsessed with right now. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is not going to be good. Not going to be good. Orange Cassidy in massive trouble. He is looking at a power bomb. Avalanche Tiger Bomb. One. Broken up by the cold-hearted, handsome devil, the man who is currently set to challenge the Grand Championship.
10 remain.
Saving the match for Team All Elite. And can we get the referee out of the way of the camera shot, please? Thank you. We try our best. Looking to surpass the Tiger Gods with the Kamigoye. Drops into not a wonderful cover. Again broken up and again by Hook. By the #1 rank. No, don't throw up the V for victory. You haven't won anything yet, Tiger Mask. Come on, champ. It's your first night as AWL, your first show as AWL Grand Champion. You've had the weekend to come down from the adrenaline of the biggest win of your career. You do not want to start your title reign with a loss, even in a multi-man, non-title situation like this. Tag back into the unknown quantity. Nobody on the AWL side of the ledger here has ever wrestled the Redneck Kung Fu Master, the bearer of the J Driller, the Sussex Chicken, The dropper of the froggy bow. Oh, tiger screw leg whip, holds on to the boot. Hey, you don't want to know where that boot's been, man. I wouldn't recommend doing that. At least, very much, please wash and sanitize your hands. Ugh, maybe before tagging somebody. Tag is made to the Rock. Up and Gutbuster by THEROC. He's going to be looking for that spell check with a Kita no moonsault. Loves the Uranagi as well, but a DDT on the very vulnerable cranium, shall we say, of Mark Briscoe, broken up by Orange Cassidy. The referee takes a bit of a spill there as well, though incidental contact to be sure. Vertical suplex, drop. The Rock keeping it simple here. The Rock is in notable company tonight. That's the best way I can say it. Big boot to Briscoe. Briscoe, who's not afraid to bleed, who has no fear of his own blood as long as he's taken some of yours with him. Of course, we remember that final feud of the Briscoe brothers with FTR, the bloody, brutal, nasty competition that was. And right there, a paradigm shift from the Arab American babyface. But way too close to the enemy corner. Unfortunately, that situation, you have to go for the cover, even if you're 99% sure it's not going to work. Tag made between the world's tag team champions, Hassan to Kid Canada. And right there, oh, look at, no, I thought he was going for the strip. No, great reversal. Reversal of fortunes by the wily veteran. That is Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe breaking into wrestling about the same time as our Season 0 originals. That's how long he's been doing this. And Hook, I believe, with the least experience of anyone in this match on either side. I might be off on that by maybe 6 months or so, but I'm not sure. Goes for the half and half suplex. Great counter by the Dungeon Graduate from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, looking for a butterfly suplex. Does not bridge and instead chooses to throw. The man known for his throws, the young man with a great pedigree in this sport. Kick away by Hook. In a bad position here because with this many people who could break up a submission, the Red Rum, honestly not a valid strategy here. So it's good that Hook is relying on his throws at the moment. Showing versatility, one. Right hand to Mr. Danhausen. And another butterfly, and again, does not bridge. Almost an inverted tiger suplex with the Tiger-style Grand Champion watching on from ringside, or from the apron, I should say. No seconds. We've got enough people out here already. Oh, we've only got like 5.5 minutes left in this match. Tag made to Hassan. Is Hassan going to try and finish this off? One more well-aimed paradigm shift could do it. Hassan bases all of his offense around that move of his. Tag made to Hook, who might be looking for the Red Rum at this point. Goes to the boot, hits the Eye of the Storm. And a DDT to follow up, and that's actually really smart.
15 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
Hook now grounding and pounding. Notice he has not gone for the Red Rum even once in this match. And no, he goes from going for a head scissors with an elbow strike right to the head. Tag is made to the freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, who we do know is in the Casino Gauntlet match at All In, hoping to maybe get a shot at the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, whomever that may be, coming out of Wembley. Spinebuster by THEROC. Looking to pick up a big win, one of the biggest of his career if he can pull this off. He's calling for it. Spell check. ROCBOTTOM for the WIN. And the only member of Team Animated Wrestling League without a championship at the moment. Spinebuster to start. And then the spell check to finish him off. Let's take a look at that one more time on our instant replay. Boom.
Here are your winners, The Rock, Hassan, Kid Canada, and the Iron Wrestling League Grand Champion, Thunderbolt 2, Team AWL.
Massive win and a great start to the dynasty, the reign of Tiger Mask 2. Coming up next, Amy Wade says she has a message for us prior to this singles contest.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall into this thing first, making her way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The true Toronto Star, Amy Wade.
Alright, open audition for a new tag team partner. Oh, okay, bit of trans-promotional or interbranch trash talk. And it is true, we've been seeing the Mistress of 1,000 Holds finishing off her opponents with a sharpshooter lately. You know that was a call-out. So we now know Amy Wade has noticed this.
And her opponent, making her way from Guadalajara, Mexico, the Jewel of Lucha Libre, representing the Ladies of Lucha, Joya.
One half of the Ladies of Lucha, one half of the most recent former AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions. Of course, those titles currently held by the Black Tigers, Black Tiger Queen and Black Tigress. But I digress. This match in the singles division. Joya coming into this 29-36, ratio of -7. She wants to stay out of Boxmanias this season. She's going to have to start chaining together some wins. But against Amy Wade, 29-2, plus 27 meets -7. That's not great. 20-point spread. Sorry, 27-point spread, I think. Hang on. 7, more than that, actually. 34-point spread between these two. Have I mentioned I'm really bad at mathematics? 10-minute time limit in this non-title singles match. Of course, it's non-title. Nobody here has a belt at the moment. 10 minutes on the clock, 20 count on the outside. AWL rules in effect. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush, happy to only have 2 wrestlers he has to follow. Drop down into a reclamator. And the feet of the true Toronto Star very clearly breaking the ropes there, breaking the plane of the rope. That's all you need. Power bomb. Oh, Liger bomb, actually. The sit out. Doesn't go for a cover that close to the corner. Probably smart by Joya. Those kind of sit out power bomb covers where you're basically just using your legs to Nelson the arms of your opponent. That doesn't, you need them to be knocked out. You need to be well away from the ropes for that to work. Those of you who may not know the background of the true Toronto Star, Amy Wade, hang on, cover here. A 3-sport athlete from the University of Toronto, bodybuilding, kickboxing, and gymnastics, actually. So very, very rare that anyone can become a successful collegiate level athlete in even 2 sports, let alone all 3. And if you're looking for the building blocks of a great professional wrestler, I don't think you get any better than that combination without actually going to just good old-fashioned amateur wrestling. Miss with the punt kick into a standing STO. Collar and elbow, Irish whip into the far corner of the ring, and a great follow-up, not giving Joya a moment to think and now wiping her feet. And notice that she doesn't wear traditional wrestling boots. That is just the bottom of the foot. That is bone on mask, or bone on face. Oh, what is this going to be? This is not going to be pleasant. Tope con hero! Bit of a delayed reaction, but got all of that. Having to take a rather circuitous route around the official, but Tope con hero, absolutely effective. 7.5 minutes approximately left, and down into another replicator. You cannot get a submission win on the outside of the ring, but you can still do a lot of damage and force your opponent to throw you off of them, thereby doing great damage, draining the energy, draining the gas tank. Oh, swing and a miss. Joya unable to capitalize. Huracan, and I think this is a mistake by Joya. She's been trying to stand and strike instead of using that lucha libre training of hers to fly around the ring. Oh, rolling elbow out of the fireman's carry position. Referee nearly halfway through the count now. Plenty of time. Ministerial suplex. And you can see the difference between those thin wrestling mats and the concrete below. Not a pleasant experience out there. Elbow drop from the top, but no! Joya able to get out from under at the last possible second. Very impressive, if you ask me. Stomp away by Joya, but not really phasing the true Toronto star, who's going on 1, 2, 2.5. Amy Wade, who has put herself apparently into a little bit of a championship arms race with Akira Merune, saying the first one of them to get a floating championship, which for the women is either the Joshi Championship or the Joshi Tag Team Championship. She wants a match between them. Does Amy Wade, and we know Akira Merune has been begging for that for months now. Oh, low Hurricane Rana, Heidi Kanrana, Ruby Kanrana if you prefer, for the 1, 2, kick out. We're almost halfway through the time limit of this match. Amy Wade, plus 27, Joya minus 7. On paper, this match should have been over already, and it should have gone to the Canadians. Collar elbow tie-up coming off the ropes. And there's that knockout knee that she's been using since her AWL debut. This is the 32nd match for Amy Wade. 136.
5 minutes elapsed. 5 remaining.
So Joya, very much the more experienced competitor here, but Amy Wade definitely the more successful. Collar and elbow tie-up, sling blade, rolls through, looks for the dropkick, and that's what I was talking about earlier. That's that chain wrestling plus high flying, that lucha libre style, a little bit of the Yave submission as well. That is what Joya needs to counter on. Dance with who brought you. As we're past the halfway point, and Joya is finally starting to feel it. Is she going to go for something here? I think she is. Tope con hero, and that's how you actually nail it. Amy Wade got a glancing blow earlier. Joya just hit it flush. Collar and elbow on the outside. Can do a lot of damage out here. Oh, right into the skill steps. Looking for that elbow, sliding drop. And another, plenty of time, but we're only up to about 5 here. And you've got till 20, you got another 15 count to do damage. But went to the well one too many times, eats a big boot. Tope con hero yet again. They've been trading that back and forth. It's 2-1 for the true Toronto star. That's that gymnastics background coming into play. Joya, of course, been training in lucha libre since she was a very small child. They start them young in Mexico. Oh, swing and a miss. Or swing and a hit, actually. But again, you cannot win the match out here, but you can probably lose
There are
it.
3 minutes remaining.
And that should light a fire under somebody to get back in the ring. Amy Wade, as much as she's not scared to fight on the outside, as much as she's not scared to brawl, she's better in the ring. She's not a hardcore wrestler, but she'll do stupid stuff, and she's got something stupid planned here. High forearm. Was that a forearm or was that a punch to the face? Couldn't quite tell, but it worked. Vertical suplex. Drops down with a little bit of a delay. Made her think about it, get a little more of the blood rushing to the head. And there's less than 3 minutes. These two need to get back into the ring, and they need to do it quick, or we're going to have a 10-minute time limit draw in this bout. I don't want to see that, and I know you don't either. Especially with the, we now know, open auditions for tag team partners. For the True Toronto Star. She just does not want to go into that talent search with a loss. Sling Blade by Joya, who's going to be looking for the Jewel Cutter, maybe the Diamond Flosion, or just a couple of good running forearms. That works. Sling Blade again. And thinking springboard. Yes, she is. Springboard elbow. And I think may have hit right into the shoulder of Amy Wade, but both women are down right now. The referee may have to consider this a double count out, or a double no contest. But the first woman back to her feet is the Jewel of Lucha Libre. Catch of the kick. And there's the kickboxing background, the striking ability. And some pro wrestling experience getting away from the ropes. We are down to the last 60. Oh, there we go. This is how we're going to finish this. The sharp shooter, the most Canadian move in history. And there's no way Joya's getting out of that after that much punishment. For about 9 minutes and 15 seconds of agony, you're not surviving the sharpshooter for a minute. There's that knockout knee. So this is the hold that ended it. Let's see how long she actually stays in it. 1, 2, 3, about 3 to 4 seconds.
Here's the winner, Amy Wade.
So we know the tag team auditions will begin in 7 days' time. We look forward to that. But right now it is a victory, the 30th career victory for Amy Wade. Main event of the evening, House Classic versus the returning to tag team action, Aussie Open. As the William Tell Overture echoes throughout the arena.
The following contest is your main event of the evening and is scheduled for one fall introducing first. Making their way from the ring from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear and the independent circuit. Map Classic 2. House Classic.
One of the hardest matches for any professional wrestler or wrestling tag team is the first match after you lose a championship. Last week, of course, losing the World's Tag Team titles to T49P. And now you've got to go up against a returning tag team with all the momentum in the universe.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
And their opponents, being accompanied by Emily Nagasaki and the AWL Canadian National Champion, Lady Smooth, Just a Kid, the tag team combination of Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, representing the United Empire. They are
Drove to the mat and put to sleep is what you're gonna be. Now the rain is stopping, the enemy is dropping. In case you
And as always, the United Empire unified with their only at the moment animated wrestling league championship. That's the Canadian national title. Around the waist of Lady Smooth, Just a Kid. There's Kyle Fletcher, looking none the worse for wear after the attack from Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And the returning from injury, Mr. Mark Davis. With will be a 2-on-2 men's tag team match. 15 minutes on the clock. Kyle Fletcher going to start off against the inventor of professional wrestling himself, Matt Classic. Following over, tie up, quick Irish whip into the neutral corner, followed up by a splash. That was a match ender back in his day. 10 seconds in, and all Matt Classic now going for the head, maybe trying to reopen that wound in the head, around the head and the brow level of Kyle Fletcher, trying to get the blood flowing, trying to get the juices flowing. Tag made, and my first time we're seeing some tag team action from Mark Davis. He gets laid out with a lariat, and still wanting Fletcher, but rocking right into the strikes of Mark Davis. Now, it's been a long time since any of us have seen Mark Davis. It's just, I don't know what this guy's capable of right now. And the thing is, at some level, neither does he. Again, first tag team match or a tag team wrestler. First tag team match in about 10 months. Everyone's going to be thinking, where's the ring rust? Where's the injury? Are you fully recovered? And you're going to be thinking about that yourself. There's going to be doubt. You're going to pretend there isn't. You're going to try to wrestle like there isn't, but there's going to be doubt. And Matt Classic's been doing this long enough that he knows that that is the situation. He's come back from injury. He's come back from retirement before. Oh, looking for the power slam. Oh, beautiful power slam. Mark Davis, who doesn't physically look much different from Kyle Fletcher, but a lot stockier, and he's always been the powerhouse of the tag team. Of course, their tag team finisher, the Coriolis. Could be an easy match ender. The intergenerational team have a tag finish of their own, the intergenerational thrust kicks. You could see in the corner, the tag is made now. Oh, sorry, no tag made, I should say. First cover of the match. About 2 minutes in. So far, this has been pretty much all. Oh, and I'm only noticing now that knee looks to be still pretty taped up. That left knee of Mark Davis. Sling blade by the Innovator, the son of the legend, the Innovator of professional wrestling. Oh, come on, one. I thought that was a pretty clear break of the rope line, but it didn't matter in the end because Mark Davis able to kick out at one. This is your main event of the evening. Bossman Slam by Mark Davis. Oh, deadlift now for the powerbomb. Can he execute? Yes, he does. Mark Davis showing he still has the strength that made them one of the top tag teams in the world in 2022 and 2023. Irish whip. Oh, speed of endless light. Rebound Spanish fly. Terrible haircut from Kyle Fletcher still. Of course, Kyle Fletcher outside of the Animated Wrestling League, falling, should I say, under the spell. Powerbomb suplex, following under the spell of, I don't even like to say his name, Don Callis. Kyle Fletcher coming into this match individually with a 1-5 record in the Animated Wrestling League. Mark Davis, actually 0-1. He was in a four-man Atomicos team with, I believe it was TJP and Will Ospreay at one point. And up here, and maybe it was a trio. It actually might have been a trio. I don't remember off the top of my head. I feel bad about that. But this is Mark Davis' second match. He's still looking for a win. His first tag team match. That's the marquee that we're going to be advertising this as. First tag team match, big back body drop. The man who probably invented the big back body drop, Matt Classic Sr., looking for his 90th win in the AWL. And pedigree-like spike. And Fletcher doesn't have a damn clue where he is right now. I'm not going to allow a tag hip attack. He's going for the neck and the head. Remember, it was a head injury at the hands of MJF. So right now, House Classic going up against two injured wrestlers. Collar and elbow tie-up, Irish whip, reversal, break-up, and a nasty... You heard the thud of that kick, right? Japanese arm drag from the NJPW.
5 minutes for the last. 10 remain.
NJPW trained Kyle Fletcher. Sling Blade from MC2. 64 wins, 47 losses, ratio plus 17. As they're saying, Matt Classic Senior, 89 and 55 plus 34. Mark Davis looking for his first win in this league. Kyle Fletcher looking for his second. That's the difference in experience here in the AWL. Falcons Arrow. And a strategic mistake going up to the top rope against a fresh man. Oh, look at that. Mark Davis moving with speed that a man that size should not be able to muster, and yet he can. Phenomenal athlete. This half of Aussie Open, Mark Davis, this 9th or 10th or whatever, however many they're up to right now, of the United Empire. Yeah, about 6 minutes into the 15-minute time limit. Jumping knee strike. Almost probably inspired by Jumbo Tsuruda. And now going for that tag team attack. Are we going to see a tag Kogeki? Yes, we are. What are they going to pull off? Double whip into the turnbuckle. And now, oh, wait a minute. Emily Nagasaki. And some unfortunate of his time commentary, I think, there from Matt Classic Senior. And that could be the distraction. And yes, it does. It does allow the tag. Fletcher back in legally. Couple of elbow shots. Vertical suplex. I'm just watching this, guys. I'm a fan of this match right now. I'm just watching the game of human chess here. The extra pawns on the outside have come into play. Maybe I should say the queens. And, oh, look at that. Oh, interesting. Butterfly suplex, neckbreaker combination. And Matt Classic realizes, wait, I'm in the wrong part of town. Gets right back in. Goes for the choke bomb. Makes the tag to the Innovator. He's going to be looking for the classic claw. He's going to be looking maybe for that airplane spin variation of his. I'm not entirely sure, but we know that Aussie Open are going to be looking for Coriolis. Oh, rolls through the suplex, but way too close to the end of the corner. Daddy comes in, beats up Mark Davis. 7 minutes and change. Ripcord knee strike. Drops down, but again, very close to the ropes. One. I'm not sure Fletcher knew where he was in the ring at that point. Again, coming off a head injury, you've got to think, is that going to mess with your equilibrium? Is that going to mess with your sense of ring awareness? Is that going to mess with your brains? Have you gotten your brain scrambled? Coming into this match, a huge tag team contest. Both teams using multiple quick tags. Try to keep each other pressed, keep the opponent off balance, but right now it's just not working as Matt Classic Senior steamrolls Mark Davis, requiring the save by Kyle Fletcher. Goes for a goozle. Might have been going for the claw, I'm not sure. Oh, what is this? Sliding down. Mark Davis in control. Can he take advantage here? Kick to the midsection. He's thinking pile driver, but no, big back body drop. Matt Classic Senior with a very important escape. That could be the turning point of the contest. Rubbing the face into the dirt, into the canvas, but we do keep our canvases clean. We do send them out for a professional wash after every show. That's just for the hygiene, for the safety of the wrestlers. Fletcher and Matt Classic Matt Classic Senior, I should say, are your legal fighters. We're almost two. Oh, interesting. Bow and arrow lock. that's on the outside. That's going to do damage, especially to the sacroiliac of the old man, the oldest man in professional wrestling today. Boots the midsection. Nope. Goes for another collar and elbow. Oh, not good. Emerald Explosion from the Emerald-clad United Empire members.
10 minutes to the match. 5 remaining.
Wrestlers can hear those time calls. You can start hearing the time calls coming faster and more frequently here, and with greater urgency as we head toward the end of this 15-minute time limit. Right hand. Ooh! Using the elasticity of those ropes. Of course, they're not actually ropes. They're steel elevator cable with a little bit of rubber tubing and some vinyl tape. Tag made to Fletcher. Back step away from the big boot, but doesn't matter. Hits the second kick. And now go. What is he thinking here? He's thinking backdrop. No, he's not. Turns around to a powerbomb. 4 minutes and change, going for that deadlift powerbomb yet again. Deadlift. Mark, oh, again, going to the well another time as Daddy gets back into the corner. But not for long. Oh no. Mark Davis with bad intention on the outside. Backdrop on the steel superstructure of the ring. And the nature of that move, meaning that Davis lands on his feet, immediately ready to deal with the attack from the other half of House Classic. Collar and elbow tie up into the bike racks. Davis goes tumbling down. And again, we're still trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute. No, you don't. Spin around, grabs him. Oh, reversal of fortunes by Mark Davis, showing his power, showing that he is back in professional wrestling. He is ready to rock. He's ready to return to the tag team division. What are we thinking here? Collar and elbow tie-up, Irish whip, reverse. Break up, kick to the midsection. Is he going to take advantage? I think he can here.
There are 3 minutes.
Oh, what is this going to be? Fish. Oh, interesting. Oh, ouch. And a knockout potential punch. Tag mate Kyle Fletcher back in. And tag mate on the other side as well as Senior and Fletcher. And a full body slam. Is he about to win a match with a body slam in 2024? 1, 2. Oh, no. 2.8. And now maybe he's thinking the claw. The classic claw that he taught to Fritz Von Erich, that young whippersnapper. But Fritz never quite got it right. As Matt Classic will tell you, and will tell anybody who stops in his vicinity long enough to listen. Oh, beautiful. Very modern DDT, and that's where this becomes a clash of styles. A lot of these younger wrestlers, they know the history of wrestling.
There are 2 minutes remaining.
But knowing your history and wrestling your history is not the same thing. Fisherman Buster by Matt Classic Sr. And that's what, oh, now going for maybe a camel. No, hip attack. And that is still Matt Classic's advantage, even after all these years. Reading and watching reading about old wrestling, watching old wrestling tapes. That's one thing. That's a very important part of your education. But actually wrestling such a classic style, that's rare. Less than 100 seconds remaining now. Springboard knee strike, almost a standing King Kong knee strike. Not going to go for the cover. Goes to Dad to try to finish this off with about 72 seconds left on the clock. And another hip drop. 1. Fletcher forced to recover. Very, very slow recovery by Mark Davis.
1 minute left.
And an arm break now. And now Matt Classic Sr. with a claw on the face. And House Classic spoiling the big return for Aussie Open. Maybe the Australians jumping the gun a little bit on returning to tag team action against this level of competition. These guys are championship level competitors here in the animated wrestling. There you see the full body slam on Kyle Fletcher. And And then the classic claw applied to the face, and Mark Davis tries to peel it off, but
Your Royal winner, Classic.
well, short show, 3 matches, the 3 fantastic contests tonight. It's been an interesting evening at the matches for the Animated Wrestling League. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week. Korede, Kimarida.